Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm doing this again. This is bullshit. Do Tanking and Nostradamus. Next week, you guys are doing it. Because if you're not doing it, I ain't doing it. Simple as that. I can't keep doing these. They drain me. Especially after I do Game of Thrones the previous night. But, what the hell. This is the Anime Death Squad, Bankai 922. Introduce Lunar and Bond.
This is Mr. Bond of Anime 007 here. And hey!
Alright, my turn. Lunar Spawn 27 here, reviewing Toriko, Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail, and JoJo reaction videos. Yay.
Yeah, so now because Taking isn't here, I can't really talk too much about Game of Thrones because Luna doesn't know much about it. So
I know a little bit.
I know what happened last week.
I've
There's like so
up
much.
to season 4. Okay, I haven't even seen the first episode of season 4, so I'm caught up pretty well.
well, all right, but still, I would
It would be better if you knew someone that
if I
actually
need
watched
someone
the
else
same
to talk
episode.
about it with. But though those people are here. But I will say this though, I liked how they did it. Obviously, someone thought I didn't because I commented on Larry's review. I did like the episode. I did. I personally thought Rick said it the best. Helm's Deep. That is the best way to describe it. It felt like Lord of the Rings, Helm's Deep. I think he's on crack, which I was.
I loved Helm's Deep in the second movie. That was an awesome wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
So, and I thought it was done well, give or take. And I thought, I said my thoughts on it in the afterthoughts last night. And only one more episode left. And I heard from Rick saying that it might be longer than the previous episode. So they're trying to put as much stuff in that one episode of the final. Hopefully we don't get, like, bullshit situations happening. Like, we don't find out of certain characters' plot points. Hopefully they finish those off. A few of them at least. But, yeah. We'll see. Anything to add, Bond, on that?
No, not really. My thoughts on Game of Thrones would actually be if Arya came back to in the middle of the forest where she got when she let a direwolf let free, and a direwolf comes back with her own offspring, and it's an entire army of direwolves. It's got real.
But yeah, that's pretty much the story there. Oh, by the way, Lunar, I have a question. Now, Dan Master was in my live stream last night, and he was talking about coming to America for Comic-Con, and he said, like, he wants to come to America and go to McDonald's. What's the story with the McDonald's in Canada? Is it bad or something?
Wait, why would he say to go to America?
Because he said something about the chicken McNuggets that they cost too much compared to here in, like, America.
Yeah, honestly, fast food here is pretty expensive. Like, they're like over meals are usually like over around like $6, $7, $8, $9 around that much.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess I wanna briefly talk about that fairy tale chapter that I am now reviewing. These fairy tale chapters.
Oh my god.
It's good to try something new once in a while.
It was good, but the ending was great, but I felt like I didn't understand why, if you're going to call the chapter Father and Son, you figured Hero would try to, like, oh, I don't know, have actual conversation or an actual battle between those two,
Father
The
and
thing is,
son.
Bankai, that title, I believe, is the title of the part of the Tartarus arc.
Oh.
So we will get to Gray and Silver eventually. I just hope they will freaking reveal that they're like father and son already. I mean, it's freaking obvious.
Yeah, it is.
Unless Silver is Gray's son from the future or something.
That would be too much. But, I mean, I had real fun with that review.
Well, it has something to report the future type thing.
I said in the title, face it, fairy tale is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at both translations, and from what I can tell, Manga Stream is legit. 2,000 faces.
The
2,000.
only way I can see them coming out of this is if Makarov actually goes to the guild, he goes into the underground area, and he releases Lomin Historia, and that kind of
Mm.
does something.
Which we don't know what. It's just a big light. And that's practically it.
People
It's
were
just a
saying
light.
their hands. Their hands.
The hands will slap away all the 2,000 faces.
Oh, too much. Well, yeah, there was that. The Bleach
I gotta
chapter was.
ask. Wait,
Oh
before
yeah,
we get
Bleach
to
chapter.
Bleach, I
Not
just
bad.
wait, before we get to Bleach, I want to ask something about the fairy tale. Who thought it was a good idea to make 2,000 faces?
Uh,
Maybe they wanted to do
I think
Divide by
it
5
was.
of Disturbed.
The idea was to make us think that, oh, here's Face, it's gonna blow up. Wendy goes in there, she disarms it, and then everyone thinks, yay, we're saved. No, there are more. I think they went with 2,000 because it's a range area kind of thing where the more they have, the greater the output, like the more effective area, that will transpire.
True, I guess, but it's not gonna work against demons.
No, it's not.
Well, there goes Galuna Island plan.
But yeah, I think that's what, give or take a few. But there was that, and then the Bleach chapter. I was just like, there's nothing much to
I
that.
thought the Bleach chapter was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
I didn't review it, but I'll do a quick recap on it when I get to the review of Bleach. Minnie gets a good 10 show.
From Tekken's word himself.
Like he's like making an interview, and he was like, "Okay, I'm giving it a separate name here. Okay, it's not called Gets Potential. It's this." And I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, I agree with him because, I mean, like, come on. Gets a good 10 show. Except it's smaller. At least call it mini gets good 10 show. I mean, Naruto made like a mini Rasen Shuriken with his finger. At least he's got friggin' variety. Sure, it's a
He
bunch
has
of
many varieties.
Rasengan techniques, but yeah, he's got variety.
Maybe it's because of the
Toriko's got
range of
variety.
it. Maybe it's because of
Luffy's got variety.
maybe it's because it's still called Gets Attention because he's only using the Bowie knife that it can only do is short range.
I mean,
That's my thoughts.
the second move that he brings out was Gets Potential.
It was
But
like
Tekken
gets
was
got
like,
Jujisho.
yeah. Ateki was like, it's not a cross, it's an X. End of story. Because he predicted it, and he says, I was wrong.
Yeah, into the extra Gets Attention. Just slammed.
Yeah. So.
If you think about it, it's just basically like a crisscross gets good 10 show.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, and as Tekken says that he can draw shapes, so it would be weird if he draw a pentagram.
But yeah, that was the story there. Now, listen, when I first read the Naruto chapter, and I saw
oh my god, here we go.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Now, I was a little pissed off that, Madara is just... But... And a few people had to explain this to me, like, what her Kaguya's goal is. Because I still don't understand it.
I don't think anyone
Take
knows.
over the world.
She already did it. There's nobody else to fight. Everyone's caught in the genjutsu.
Yeah.
I mean, I had like a crazy theory that she might want to take over the universe, which is stupid because it never like hinted any life out in space, unless that one time about the moon being the corpse of the Jubi, but that was it.
Yeah. The only thing I got from it was that she said this was her nest, so it was suggesting that the people in those cocoons were going to become white Zetsus. But
okay, I got a question here because I mean I was a bit confused at this, and because that people call me biased over this because I was led to believe that Zetsus were created from Hashirama's DNA.
Mhm.
And when I
Correct.
looked it up, it was a combination of that and the Geromazo and Yin Yang release. And yet here, they only used the Shinju to create the white Zetsus. So I was
Hmm.
thinking, is there like another way to make white Zetsus, or do you really need all three to make them? And if that were the case, then how can the Shinju create white Zetsus, and why white Zetsus?
I,
Why
I mean,
white at
have we
all?
we've seen how the white Zetsus fight in this war? Like,
Not really effective.
yeah.
White Zetsu as
if anything, they should be making black.
Kisame. Not really effective.
Yeah, should be making black Zetsus, but.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just want Kishimoto to confirm the whole creation of white Zetsus.
Mhm.
So,
Or
if
what
by any
if
chance I
only
was
just an
wrong,
army of black and white? So you get a little bit of caramel.
Mm.
that actually would be pretty neat. But if the explanation is there in the next chapter or in the chapters to come, then I will apologize for being
If
in
they don't,
denial over the whole
someone needs
white
to
Zetsu
talk to.
creation thing.
In denial.
I'm not in denial. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I still don't get the whole Kaguya thing. Like, why would Kishimoto just kill off Madara and bring in Kaguya? It doesn't fit into, like, it makes Madara just like an afterthought. I'm like, goddamn, you know?
Kaguya uses full takeover.
Yeah, like,
I don't even get like how the hell Kaguya's will got was manifested into Black Zetsu in the first place, as we see Madara use the technique to create Black Zetsu. How does that
Well,
work?
probably because the Sage of Six Paths says that Madara's the reincarnation of her.
mm,
No. Madara was
Which even
previous reincarnation of Ashura.
uh,
Oh,
and he's
sorry,
also
Indra.
yeah, but he's also the same incarnation as Kaguya apparently.
Really?
Because because how else is he going to control the Ten Tails and have the freaking eye patch if he's not the exact same reincarnation as her? You can't just have you know you can't just have some evil bastard just be cool to be a girl just because he's a guy.
yeah.
I just find it hilarious that Madara got a sex change.
Madara uses transgender.
Oh man, that's funny.
You know what's
Um,
even crazier? Is that Kishimoto in a past interview said he had no idea how to write off Madara. So he brought in a character that's even stronger than Madara. How the hell are they gonna beat her?
Corruption of champions.
please don't state that word in this on my channel. That word's forever banned from here, please.
Wait, do you still play that game?
No, well, actually, what happened was I had to save. I saved it, but for some reason the data for the game just went away. I don't know, it disappeared for some. Might have erased it by accident, but I still have it. I just don't play it at the moment.
I stopped playing it after the whole horse dick thing. I was like, fucking no way.
I'm sorry, it just slipped out.
Too bad. I guess I'll mention the JoJo episode.
Yay!
That was.
Ugh.
I don't know what happened. Oh right.
The what?
It was Ponderlift and Hangman. That was done very well. I
I thought the
really
Hangman was pretty cool.
yeah. It was almost just like as I remembered it from the OVA, plus more, which I really liked. I thought it was great. And Abdul scene though, oh my god,
Yeah.
Abdul. That was pretty awesome too.
Yo, I thought he was gonna stick around at least till I got to Egypt.
I think I
You know,
remember in the
what were you gonna say?
OVA. I was gonna say that in the OVA, night something happened to Abdul in the OVA, but I'm not 100% sure. But that was
Oh, I've
pretty.
heard theories that Abdul might not be dead.
Yeah.
Like the bull, like yeah, because that wound he got might have been like flesh wound or something. I
Yeah.
hope they're right because I like Abdul. I like Magician's Red. It's awesome, and
Hmm.
I really don't want him to be dead.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
It's true.
oh, by the way, that pig toilet. What the fuck? I looked up. Apparently, that thing actually exists.
In
That
India?
actually in India, parts in China, and I think some parts in Japan too.
Parts of Japan.
A
No.
what?
So
um,
what goes to the
okay,
bathroom?
okay, Bond. There's one scene in the bathroom where a character Polnareff goes to use the washroom, but he couldn't because there was a pig's head sticking out on the toilet bowl. It's a pig toilet where people used to go to the bathroom, and the pig would eat the. Yeah, you get it.
But
It sounds like something they'd use back in the Middle Age. Oh, don't worry, he'll eat it.
the guy told him, here's the staff. He was like, what's this for? And then
He
he
just walks away.
runs away. Then he shows up, you gotta do this. Boom! Hit the pig in the head. And he goes it's unconscious, and he just goes back.
That scene was fucked up, man. It was hilarious.
Definitely was.
But what do you think of like Whole Horse and the Emperor anyway?
Well, I remember him from the OVA. Uh, he was pretty cool. He's a interesting one with the ability he has. I mean, not only does he control his stand isn't just a gun, but it's the bullet as well. So when he shoots you, he can just curve the bullet on some
Yeah.
like Magneto shit.
When that bullet curved from the Silver Chariot's rapier, it kind of caught me off guard, especially with the sound effect it made.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that episode.
Oh,
Um,
Twilight was asking if you've read part 3 of the manga.
I've read because what happened was I was reading part 1 and 2 while the anime was on air. Now I stopped doing that, unfortunately. Haven't read through part 3. I'm like, it's like I read the beginning of part 3, not the whole thing yet. But probably what I'll do is when I have the time, when the anime is over, I'll go back to the manga and read part 3 and get into part 4, so to speak. I'll try to do that.
Me, I don't know if like the rest of the parts are going to be animated in like a year or two, so maybe I'll go read the manga myself. I do plan to check out the Stardust Crusaders OVAs just to see how they are.
Yeah. I mean, it's much shorter, and they cut out a few things, but it's enjoyable to a certain extent. I enjoyed it, so to speak. Don't know what else there is to talk about.
Just basically went through everything.
Yeah, we basically did through everything. Well, there's no One Piece, so I can't talk about One Piece.
That's
Oh, it's still on hiatus until next week.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, pretty much.
they'll come back next week. There's nothing else to talk about.
really.
Well, if Techie was here, that'd be Game of Thrones section.
If Jackie was here, we would be talking more about Game of Thrones and shit. But,
We can still talk more than the usual subjects or anything. You know, I wanted to see like what's
well,
going on in anime news.
I have an idea. Let's because there's not much left going on with the spring anime. I figured we could talk a little bit about the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
The upcoming anime?
Well,
Sword Art Online Season 2. Yeah.
well, for now, it seems like the ones that I'm definitely going to be watching are probably Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
Tokyo Ghouls, Tokyo ESP. Oh right, the Tokyo terrorism one, which is going to be
Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh,
and Tokyo Ghoul, yeah.
Yeah.
The terrorist one is very interesting for me because it's
Wait,
Watanabe.
what about the Akame ga Kill anime?
That one too. That one
Yeah.
definitely. I don't think I can see that depending on what slot it's in. If it gets the same Attack on Titan treatment, then it should be good. Hopefully, it does not
By the
get.
way, the terrorist anime that's called Zankyo no Terror.
Yeah, Second Terror. And the rest is a few here and there's. Like the majority of the stuff is magical girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
magical.
Because you got Sailor Moon, you've got
Madoka Magica.
no,
I hear
Doka Magic.
rumor.
No.
There's this
I
one
hear rumors.
Fate something. That's a season 2 from the previous seasons.
Yeah.
And there are here and there's of
Oh, Black Butler, that one's coming back.
yeah, that one's coming back too.
Back Butler's coming back.
Although personally, I prefer the first season of Black Butler, but hey, that's
Oh
just
yeah, same here. Who doesn't prefer Sebastian?
Let the yaoism insist.
Okay, look, I don't get into the whole yaoi pairing thing unless it makes sense to me.
Well,
I
yeah, I
don't
mean
have a problem with it.
it's not like they throw it at you in Black Butler. It's just like these overtones that
Yeah.
you slightly see.
Little snippets.
Yeah, it's not something that I look at and I say to myself, I can't watch this series. No, I can watch it. It's very entertaining.
It's just those little snippets just get you go, oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, all right, it's all right.
Let's get on with the good stuff.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Actually,
Um,
surprisingly, since you brought up yaoi, there's actually going to be a yaoi anime coming up. I saw the poster and I'm like, that's a guy, right? Yeah. I freaked you guys out, didn't I?
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna start writing my will.
Yeah, I ain't watching that. I'm not into that kind of thing anymore. I mean, you can barely find any like good stuff about it anyway.
mhm.
The rest
But-
is like seems to be like a usual harems and comedy
Yeah,
drama. Hamatora's coming back.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that. That the way they ended first season, I was like, whoa.
And there is that slight little rumor that I hear flowing around in the J on Facebook. Toriko the anime is coming back.
Wait, did they actually say that? Wait, really? Like what?
No, that's a
when?
slight rumor. Just a slight rumor. Just someone on Facebook.
Well, to be fair, there were some tweets from the voice actors, even the composer of the anime, that say it will come back. But if it does come back, I got more material for me to tweet Nostradamus.
Yes. we could get revenge for this so-called manga that is going to probably talk about.
It's like, hey, Nostradamus, Toriko back. Why don't you go watch it and review it? That'll be awesome for you.
Oh my god, the way, I mean, seriously, that's how he reacted over Super Saiyan 4 Goku. No, not Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 Toriko. Oh god, it's funny. Good times. What else?
But yeah,
Oh yeah, Free's also coming back too.
Yeah, Free's coming back.
I couldn't get into Free for some reason. I mean, sure, yeah, there's lots of fan service with the guys always taking off his shirt, but for me, I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more like Grey from Fairy Tail. Just
I mean, like, from the ones that I was watching, so I've been watching for the spring so far, like, 1 Week Friends is good. A few other series here and there have been good. Haikyuu has been interesting to me, the volleyball anime.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah. So, the spring's been very good to me. with a few
Yeah,
It's
sentences.
show
pretty good.
summaries as well.
Oh, when I saw, oh yeah, I was like, when I saw this trailer for Sailor Moon, I was like so ecstatic because
You know, I was
this is one of
tortured
the
as a kid.
animes.
I don't want to see another rerun of Sailor Moon.
Well, to
Whoever
be fair,
said
this
little
one is gonna
sim-
be, well, this one's gonna be like an adaptation to the manga, which is completely different from the anime. Let me tell you.
if it's male friendly, I'll probably watch it. But ever
And
since I
then,
was younger, and I got a little sister that's 11 months younger than me, and I was forced to watch it because I watched Digimon and that a lot.
well,
I'm
it's
not
more
really fond
violent.
of.
In the manga, it's
I'm
more
not really.
violent, and there's no yaoi overtones, so that's a plus
Mm.
for you, I guess.
Mm.
But I don't know. I've been actually considering reviewing it.
Mm.
Yeah, Rick thinks it's a good idea, so I think why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it comes out like what, twice a month. I think I can add that to my schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe we can answer like some questions here. Um, they're wondering like where teching is.
I think we already answered that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Here's a question. What do you think of E3 today?
I didn't actually take a look at E3, but I heard from the comment from the threads that were posted in the J room. Apparently, Destiny is going to be bad. I heard it's not going to be as good as Halo. From
Destiny.
Destiny,
The
the game called
we're
Destiny.
playing
Okay.
PlayStation 4 game type thing.
Yeah, that's going to be done by Bungie for the P. It's going to be on all platforms, but
Yeah.
I heard
It
that.
was mainly it was just shown as PlayStation 4 for now. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Mm. Well, I wouldn't know about E3 because I'm in Australia and E3 is over in LA, so I don't know.
Um.
Now we're stuck again.
Where's Taking? Does Taking have work? Yes, he does. Twilight. He has work. That's the story. Ronaldo Black. I guess that's true about Gone, but hey, that's what happened. I mean, what can I say? You know.
There's many one-shot powers. Look at Ichigo Mugetsu.
I mean, this was more dramatic than Ichigo, though. I mean, he basically went from being a child to an adult and fought Pito, and I thought he was dead. I really did. I was like, holy, but there's not that many more episodes, I think, of Hunter x Hunter left. There's only I think like one or two more of the Chimera Ant. So
I actually do think that Kubo could have done more with Ichigo's final Getsuga Tensho form. It could have just made the entire form of Getsuga Tensho itself without even actually using the powers, and just with a flick of the finger, boom!
yeah,
The funny thing is that's like the only one other technique he knows that isn't Getsuga Tensho.
His Mugetsu. Also, I found the name while I was playing Bleach Soul Resurrection or Bleach Soul Ignition. Anyway, the name of the power that Ichigo uses, because it's in the final Getsuga Tensho form only. Don't know why. She never uses in the manga or anime.
Oh.
Which is the power where he consumes the power into his right arm. It is also known as the Black Dragon or Black Style Piercing Strike. Or some other name I can't pronounce it.
And this was only in the game?
Yes, that's it. That's all I could find it in.
Someone should call Kubo and say, yeah, I got something to tell you. Yeah. This moves in the game. Maybe you should put it in the manga.
I mean, it would have been more freaking powerful adding screaming out that name, because that would give it more power.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Goose.
Oh, yeah, I just have to know one move. Gets Tensho, gets Tensho. Maybe I could just make it, dance off a ballet. Gets Tensho, gets Tensho. We've seen this move over 100 times now. You. Now we get the manga? Mini. No. And then we get the action.
Yeah.
If it could have been more creative and made it like a different shapes and that, I would be happy.
Yep.
I'm actually still a little bit pissed off because you're not really that creative. Near the final season, final arc of the entire thing, he only gives him a get cross for the first big new move.
Hopefully this week's Bleach chapter is a little bit more, I don't know, informative. Like, can we like get Ichigo to fight these bitches and just move on? No pun intended. Oops, here. I said that. But
No,
anyway,
yeah, I think like
you were gonna say?
yeah, I was gonna say like I don't want it to end up like Kenpachi versus Grammy being completely one-sided, but we all know that's gonna be the case because Ichigo is probably gonna win against these girls, and I really hope that these girls will like not like argue and bicker. The problem is I'm having a hard time liking female characters working together in Bleach. They'd always argue with each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Look at Jackie and Ruruka. They're always bickering.
Yeah, not all the time.
Well, don't get upset, Bankai.
But anyway, yeah, we'll see how it goes with the Bleach chapter this week. Hopefully, like we get because I'm not blaming Kubo for this, but like the previous fight, I mean, come on, we really need to take 7 to 8 chapters to have this fight with Kenpachi and Grammy. I just felt it was very over excessive.
Yeah.
And still, we can't find Yachiru. When are you get back to that?
Yeah, I know. I just like fucking disappear in thin air. It's like Jesus.
Now, I've heard some strange rumors that actually Yachiru was never a kid and she's actually an adult. But I'm pretty sure that's fan fiction there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
More comments from my
Usually do.
thing over there. But yeah, yeah, the whole story with the seasonal animes, because I know Bernardo Black, he was asking me about the show Irregular Magic High School. I will review that when it's over. It is very good. I must say, it is very good to a certain extent. I really enjoy seeing this guy Tatsuya, just like pawing everybody. He's like a magical genius in the show. So I'll get to it. I'll get to a review of that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can talk about.
Really?
It's just.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna watch
Watch what?
Sword Art Online 2? I almost forgot about that. I forgot to mention that.
Yes. I'll be reviewing it.
You know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it. Because maybe something interesting will happen. And
it might be better than the first one. You gotta give it credit.
What I know is true. This is just going to be Kirito. That's it. There won't be like Asuna. I don't think Asuna.
No. Asuna's a side character. You got a new female protagonist named Sunon.
Really? So you're gonna push aside the main? Okay, so you mean to tell me that the main female protagonist from the first part
is now a side character
in the second part, and then now Oh my god, really?
So after Yuki's now turned into Sakura.
What the fuck? Okay, so then what does that mean? Like no Klein, no Yui, none of that?
Yui's part of Kirito now because she's in his head. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's.
She's like, oh,
And she's also still a side character, of course.
okay. Well, I had a feeling because this
Yeah,
is a new game, this
and
is a new
yeah,
complete game.
and the practically main storyline is because I've kind of read a bit of a light novel. Research, yay! Light novel's better than the anime. I do have to admit that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Anyway, practically Kirito is just hired by these guys to go into the game, Gunga
Yeah, I
Online,
heard that.
as doing an investigation, and he runs into Sinon.
Yeah,
That's practically would be in the next first couple episodes.
yeah,
So he's hired to stop a killer in the game
Yes.
yeah. I think that's what the story
And
is.
instead of
spoiler,
getting like the police into it.
the police confronts Kirito in the real world.
Okay. So the
Yeah,
police hire.
yeah.
Oh, like they can't even like get detectives or to investigate this. I mean, really?
Well, he did beat freaking Heathcliff, so, oh my god, you're so powerful, we want you.
Alright, alright.
Apparently he's
Now
the
you
one that is control. Yeah.
asked, are we watching Kai? Yes, I'm watching Kai. I'm
That'll
watching,
be Dragon Ball Z Kai?
yeah, Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Kai.
Yeah, no, I haven't caught up yet.
It's pretty good. I mean, give or take a few. Um, cutting out all that filler. Uh, no, it's interesting.
Oh, it's got less filler than Naruto.
Obviously.
I mean, I haven't even seen one anime that has no filler in it.
No, it's true.
One of those long ones without any filler.
Hmm.
I was actually surprised that Fairy
Well,
Tail actually had a filler arc.
Yeah.
wait. Well, did you guys actually see the latest episode of Fairy Tail? Not Fairy Tail. Naruto.
I stopped watching Naruto. I can't watch
I'm watching the dub.
Oh, I can't watch it. It's
They
just,
show
Even
Neji
still-
dying.
what?
They show Neji's dead.
Oh, they do? Do you see the giant
Yeah.
fucking toothpick?
Well, technically,
Sorry.
here's how it goes. They didn't actually show Neji getting stabbed by the wood splinters. They just show him like getting in the way, and then you hear the sound of piercing, and then fall to the ground.
Aw. I want some blood.
That's actually kind of you hear it, but you don't see it.
No,
No blood, no nothing.
you just see Naruto and Hinata shocked faces.
Oh.
That's just bull. I want some blood. I want some just explosions or
And at
something.
the end of
Now
this,
make it more
We actually
lifelike.
did get some Bijudama explosions.
That's
Yeah, they
not
actually
fun.
did. Well, they showed Shikaku, Ao, Inoichi. They died. Honestly, I think those guys are like the only casualties we're having in this war, at least not till
Later.
way later. Yeah.
and at the end of the series, Naruto's gonna bring Neji back,
Yeah,
and then
or
I get a
worse.
plane ticket to Japan with an AK-47. I'm not that diehard of a Naruto fan to do that.
No. What would be more worse instead of bringing back Neji? Bringing back the entire Uchiha clan that's been dead for years.
Oh, don't you know? Didn't you see that picture? The ramen guy is part of the clan. It was in that
Idle
picture.
hacks.
He's right there. He's waiting his moment. When Kage is about to, like, kill Naruto, he's gonna, like, with a ladle, he's gonna go, guess what? It's my time now.
Oh, sure, Eddie's ladle's got a shouting gun on it.
That's what's gonna happen.
What the fuck, man? No. Okay, if Kaguya is the new main villain, then please let her be. Like, stick with
A
her.
quick
And leave.
death.
Yeah, he needs to. Like you can't be doing this. You got Madara. First you had Obito. Then he gets thrown out. Then you have Madara.
And then you got Madara.
Madara gets
Then he
thrown
gets
out.
thrown out. And then you got a female.
And now you have Kaguya. Okay,
Yeah.
stick with Kaguya. Because if you don't, you're going to get a lot of people saying, why are you doing this? Stop.
Actually, first you got Orochimaru, then you throw him out. Then you got the Akatsuki, throw them out.
Oh, that's
Then you got Obito.
Maru's going to show up. He's going to have his snake, and he's going to proceed to eat Kaguya.
Or worse, Sasuke still has Orochimaru's powers. Yay!
Well, you know what? I don't fucking know anymore, but I wouldn't mind if Orochimaru did come back as a villain. But
There's 100 things in Naruto that never make sense. And it's impossible to name them all.
It's the story of... The story of I don't know.
At least Byakugan's relevant now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Relevant. What chapter is this? 600 and something? And it's irrelevant?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
One of the great three great eye friggin' powers. And now the Byakugan's useless to everyone but from now on.
I should admit say this. I think this week, Lunar, I might be doing a Toriko stream.
Oh, okay.
A read-along thing. I did it once with Nostradamus. Of course, Nostradamus can't join to do it. But I'm thinking like maybe Wednesday I might do it, or tomorrow night. We'll see. I'll let you know during the week when I'm going to do it, and taking too. So,
okay.
Do that.
If I'm available around that time, then I'll join, definitely. What part of the anyway?
Yes, Darius, I just said it. I'm going to do the Toriko stream this week.
What chapter are you on, anyway?
I'm on, it's right when we get introduced to, Zebra.
Ooh, nice.
Like, right. They left the prison, and they're ready to do that next mission.
Oh, so you've already seen him take on that turtle.
Oh, wait. No, it wasn't the turtle. I saw him take on Scorpion, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scorpion. Well, yeah, that one was cool, too.
So, I'll probably do that this week, because there's no One Piece, and last week I did, like, a Revenge Game of Thrones video, and this week I figure I might as well do Toriko because there's no One Piece. So I'll probably nail that in.
Sick or something.
And Twilight says, Toriko, finally! Yes, finally. I'll do it. Stop.
Well, you did say last week you're going to do it this week.
Yeah, I did. I said that last week. So everyone could look forward.
So those who are deaf, he said it last week, and it's happening this week.
Got nothing else to add for this live stream.
They're asking me to. Well, one guy's asking me to join the Girls Watch Anime thing.
Don't.
Why?
Don't.
Hell?
Don't. Because.
Why?
I say that because, well, it's good, but like, if you take a look at their live streams in the comment section, it's just insane. It's just insane. But.
A bunch of thirsty ass guys.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, they know stuff, but they don't know a lot of stuff. Like, they'll focus mostly on the big three, some Attack on Titan, some Fullmetal Alchemist. Their knowledge is a little narrow. It's just a little.
You were talking about the female reviewers.
Yeah, like what they talk about the GWA during their live streams. It's mostly big three stuff, and then they'll talk about other things, but not it's not too vast. But
Well,
I suppose if more females join their group, their knowledge might be increased. Give or take.
Not to be married, Frank, but they could have a chick flick anime marathon. Because there's plenty out there.
chick flick anime. Look, I mentioned before, I'm not into a lot of shoujo or slice of life rom-com animes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into some that are good. It's just they're so written with cliches and unlikable characters, and it can get boring and tedious sometimes. It just makes me. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished myself watching Spice and Wolf. Not bad.
That's a good show.
Spice and Wolf was good. Yeah, that one's acceptable.
I wish they made the third season. Really? Because it's brilliantly done, the anime style on that.
So, hey Bankai, I want to ask you something. It's something JoJo related.
Sure. What is it?
Did people try spoiling you of what happened?
Well, it's really difficult for people to spoil me because I saw the OVA, the original OVA. So the only thing they could spoil me on is stuff that they didn't include in the OVA. No one's really said anything. No one's given me any Part 4, Part 5 details at all. So.
Yeah, sadly, ever since I did the reaction video and reviewed to the episode, people started trying to spoil for me. At least, yeah. I didn't read the spoilers, luckily, because it was like all in one thread, so I wasn't able to see it. But people didn't even at least have the courtesy to put the tag spoiler alert. And then like one commenter was being such a dick that he had the audacity to spoil this season's finale to the Game of Thrones.
Well,
so I had to block that stupid ass.
Yeah.
As people say in the world. Yeah, as people say in the world, there's dicks everywhere.
I've been spoiled. I actually never been. Well, the only thing I could say to myself that I've spoiled myself on, and this is only because I went to the wiki, might be slight Hunter x Hunter stuff, but it's only slight.
Right.
But and that was on my own volition. I just went there to find out names and stuff. But besides that, Game of Thrones, I really haven't. I just know the summary, and that's just a vague depiction of what occurs in Book 5. That's it. So I haven't really been spoiled.
Well, who knows? I mean, Book 4 will be split into 2 seasons.
Well, I had to be. Now I gotta lay down some rules on spoilers now on my channel, on both my channels actually. In fact, now I gotta apply those rules to the Attack on Titan reaction videos.
You spoil mode, you're blocked.
No, it's not just spoiling. It's all the stupid negative comments I've been getting still to this day.
Oh, right. I saw you wrote that on the right.
The problem is I was going through a lot of stress with school, so reading that comment just made me snap and want to vent out some frustration. No, it's just a...
Oh, by the way, speaking of Attack on Titan, I know everyone is like, "Oh God, review the chapter now." I will. Stop getting on. Because apparently
patience is a virtue.
It's like this is what I've been hearing. Levy trumps all. New chapter.
So a chapter where Levi is badass. Levi is badass.
Yeah, it's supposed to be unbelievable. Like I'm supposed to shit my pants or something.
I I nearly got spoiled in a chapter, but from what I heard, I actually heard that there's somebody who might die.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Well, there's multiple people that might die, so people die. Nah.
so I'll obviously read that. I think it's on Crunchyroll, so I'll have to go on Crunchyroll to read it. I'll read it, do the review, so on and so forth. Yeah. Also, the whole the other chapters. Whoa, was Maggie and Seven Deadly Sins, but mostly Maggie. Maggie was like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Because Elder David just Jesus. Alright, let me see what the comments section's saying.
Well, they're asking about the recent chapter of Hunter x Hunter.
I haven't read the recent chapter, but I've heard people saying a few things, mostly Justin. It seems like Ging, Freaks, Gon's father, he's gonna like fuck someone up big time. At least that's the conception I'm receiving from it. So, well, once the Chimera Ant's over, I'll start reading the manga and find out what's going on. Should be interesting.
What was that again? It's a Magi and Seven
Yeah.
Deadly Sins. I really gotta get into that. Well, a lot of people are talking about E3, Batman
Yeah.
Arkham Knight, and what else? Gameplay from Mortal Kombat.
10. Yeah.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Oh.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat X. Yeah.
I heard something about Battlefield as well.
Meh.
It was a meh.
No, that's my opinion. Meh.
I heard about.
So I can't. I'm not there, so I'm just thinking, meh. Until I'm there, I can't go, yeah.
I heard about Uncharted 4. There might make
Oh,
one.
right, that too.
Yeah, I haven't played Battlefield 4 all 3. I've only got Battlefield Bad Company 1.
Because the one thing that I heard that apparently Hockey and Rick are, well, not Rick, but Hockey's really pissed off. I think it's this game that was supposed to come out, but they canceled it supposedly, called Guardian something, and it was supposed to be a sequel to Colossus.
I think it was Guardian of the Giants or something like that series.
Shadow
Yeah.
of Colossus?
Yeah, Shadow of the
Something
Colossus.
like that.
It was probably Giant of the Colossus or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it did have something to do with the name Colossus in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby.
I really need to get Rick in here.
Because Shadow of the Colossus was a really dark game, really.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, I've never played it. I've seen the cutscenes for it, and there's no speaking. It's just words and you hear the music. And it's really dark.
Interesting.
And the storyline's really sad. This prince brings this girl to this sacred temple, puts her on the altar, and kills all the colossals to try and save her life. He does, except that he turns into a type of demon type thing. These guys come across the bridge, kill him. Apparently he dies and comes down into this water. The girl wakes up, picks him up, and apparently he's a baby at the end. Yeah, apparently he turns into a baby again. I don't know. I don't know myself. Yeah.
Well,
It's one of those ones that you go, the fuck?
no, actually, I heard like one of the worst games is like one of those horror games. I think it's called Daybreak or Daylight. I don't know which one it was.
Oh, I see what
Daybreaker.
you're talking about. Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
saw footage of that.
I saw footage of that too. Apparently being chased by a spirit, and you turn out, the spoiler alert, the spirit is you this whole time, which doesn't make any sense.
You've been chasing yourself. It's kind of like that Prince. It's kind of like Prince of Persia, Warrior of Men, where you that shouting, "I'm protecting you." That deal.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
But yeah, that's all I know about E3 to a certain extent. And nothing else to add. I have nothing else to talk about. Give or take a few. Yeah.
Well, this has been going on for like about, I don't know, like how many minutes? 50?
Yeah.
Oh, less than an hour actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't expect to do this tonight. I really did. I had to do it now.
Nostradamus. You shall.
Nostradamus called me. He's like, "Oh, Bankai, I'm going to talk to Tank King and stuff. Oh, you got to do it." I'm like, "What?" Okay. So, like, message
How
Tank
many
King.
weeks has it been now since he has his laptop?
It's
4?
been quite a few. It's been 3 weeks. This is the fourth week.
Yeah. Come
Because
on.
Tank King did it twice. This is the second time I did it. Next week, I'm not doing it. Someone's gonna
I
help
have to
me.
do it then.
Strike!
Depends on taking. He also would suggest AGN, but I'm like, AGN.
Sincerely doubt he's gonna say yes.
Oh, AGN. So funny. Oh, it was false Twilight. Okay. Okay, so that was false. So they are gonna do it? Okay.
They're gonna do what?
That game I said that was canceled. It was a false claim because it wasn't official.
Oh, here's a question. Any of you guys listen to Baby Metal?
Yeah, I haven't understood what that
No,
means.
I've never even heard of that.
I have no idea what that is. Are we talking old heavy metal music? Are we talking new?
I think I know what they're talking about. Let me see.
What, metal and a baby voice?
Actually, I think it's a new J-pop, J-rock thing. I don't know. Let me like.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I listen to old classic music like Meatloaf.
That's right.
Oh, here's one. Here, I found one. I'll link to their video. Here, I'll get to you guys.
Okay, let me just read it.
They're popular, apparently.
Where?
Nah.
Pretty interesting. Do you want to guys head it out, seeing as how we don't have that much left to talk about?
Yeah, that seems
Yeah,
about
probably.
right.
So yeah, this was a short Death Squad because I didn't expect to do this, people. Don't expect this to happen next week. I am not doing it next week. I'm putting my foot down. I'm not doing it. Taking is going to have to somehow pull off a miracle. He's going to have to do some.
Or there will not be an anime Death Squad next week.
Oh, there will be no Bankai.
We call a break.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the story. As far as videos on tap, like I said, Attack on Titan chapter review. I gotta do Maggie and One Piece episode review. Other than that, really nothing going on. And later in
One
the
Piece.
week,
There is no One Piece. Try again.
And later in the week, I'll probably do Toriko live stream and Bleach review and so on and so forth. So that's the story there. I'm Bankai 922 and my Death Squad. Let Lunar start with Lunar, sign out, and Bon.
Alright, Lunar Spawn 27. I'm gonna be reviewing this week's Naruto and Bleach. Toriko, I gotta do like a quick recap, and then I'll be able to catch up. Fairy Tail as always, and JoJo as always. Yeah, that's it. Basically it.
Mr. Bonfat 007 here. I'll try and do a Bleach review if possible, but busy at TAFE. And yeah, that's practically it for me. I'm probably just going to do Bleach because I'm pretty tough at TAFE this week.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the story, people. I want to state this one thing about Larry.
Oh boy, here we go.
Friday, I will talk to him. Me and Rick will have a conversation with him in the small council. As far as I can see, this is it. Story. When you do a review like that, you know something's up. You know something's up. If I did a review like that, like an Attack on Titan review, I know for a fact people would be like, Bankai, that's just terrible. And, you know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes people review something and this occurs. And, you know, that's how it is. But, you know, we'll talk about it in the small council and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I'm Bankai 922. We'll see you guys later. I am not doing this next week. I am not. Nostradamus, taking, you're doing it. Or I will force AGN. Yes, I will force him. I will go there and tell him, you do it now. Yeah. All right, so we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.